What defines Israeli behavior? We'll explore that as we look at today's Hebrew word, התנהגות. Shalom, and welcome to Words to Support Israel. My name is Misha. With each video, we explore a new Hebrew word and what it can tell us about Israel and the Israeli people. Let's get started. What is typical Israeli behavior? A story that I have often heard told to explain Israeli behavior to people going to Israel for the first time goes something like this. An Israeli will drive you off the road, but will then pull over and do whatever he can to make sure that you're okay, even driving you to the hospital if necessary. What I find interesting about this story, beyond the idea that Israelis can be both aggressive and caring, is the use of driving to explain behavior. The Hebrew word for behavior, התנהגות, comes from the root word nehag, meaning driver. Other words that come from this root include manhig, meaning leader, and minhag, meaning custom or tradition. Nehag comes from Biblical Hebrew, which had no concept of driving cars, of course. The word nehag in the Bible often referred to herding or guiding animals, like a shepherd. In fact, two of the greatest leaders in the Bible, Moses and King David, were both shepherds, drivers of animals. The implication is that their ability to herd and drive, nehigah, was a direct reflection of their התנהגות, or behavior, which in turn showed their potential for manhigut, leadership. The Jewish tradition of caring for animals, which prohibits the unnecessary suffering of animals, does seem to have trickled down to modern Israeli society. For years, Israel has banned all personal care and household products that were tested on animals. Israel was also the first country to ban horse-drawn and donkey-drawn carts and carriages for work purposes. In fact, there are more pet dogs in Tel Aviv than any other city in the Middle East, and Israel has more vegans per capita than any country in the world. One thing I have noticed about Israeli behavior is that it can often hold two truths at once. A native-born Israeli is called a sabra. A sabra is a prickly pear, a fruit that is both tough and prickly on the outside and sweet on the inside, which is often how Israelis are described. Israelis are known for being very direct and upfront, which to some people can come off as intrusive or rude. But at the same time, Israelis are also known for being very welcoming, friendly, and approachable. We often think of behavior as being good or bad. Does someone behave well or poorly? In my opinion, that's a far too simplistic way of thinking about behavior. Behavior is far more complex than that. When I contemplate the word התנהגות, I realize that behavior is driven by a whole host of emotions, circumstances, and values. The best way to learn about the behavior of Israelis, or anyone for that matter, is to really get to know them and to experience the complexity of their lives firsthand.